has continued his powerful attack in the UFC. When he's on his game, there's not many.
Yeah, the jab work is so effective for him. You know, Pacquiao, he's trying to lead that jab. Ugas with the long left, just counter him over the top.
Talking legends in the sport, they're stitched around. The cuts man that's always on the big screen. Just making sure.
Any more powerful guys in this division.
I'm only 29. I'm about to hit my prime, and I still
Stitch him out.
when it comes to fight night.
Oh! This thing is out!
There's just another animal that just comes out of you when you want that win, and this will be my night.
I plan on opening right up on Kelvin. I want to finish the fight fast, dominantly. It's going to be total devastation.
So here's 11-time UFC winner Kelvin Gastelum, number 9 in the world at 185 pounds right now. And this man, it sounds trite, Paul, but he has left no stone unturned in trying to evolve and expand and improve. He went back to Arizona, aligned with Henry Cejudo for a little bit, aligned with some of his longtime training partners, worked the wrestling in California with Daryl Christian. Seemingly he's ready to go.
I mean, I'm excited to see this new version of Kelvin Gastelum because he's already so exciting, so talented already, such a good wrestler. But having gone back to Arizona, working with Henry Cejudo and the coaches over there, I think it's really just going to bring out the best version of him, especially when it comes to transitioning his striking into his wrestling, mixing things up perfectly. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's really good everywhere. And like we've talked about the build-up to this main event the whole night tonight, he has fought everybody. Has he had some success yet? Has he had a lot of downs? Yeah, because when you're facing the best guys in the world, you're going to face some adversity and take some losses. But he's still only 29 years old, about to be 30. He is entering his prime. If he can really start to advance his career now, he could be getting back to that title shot with a big win here over Jared Cannonier. Maybe not right away. Maybe 1 or 2 more fights. But this is a big opportunity for the young man.
Yeah, Gastelum has fought everybody, right? And by going back to Arizona, he surrounds himself with a culture where they're winning, right? A lot has been made about Coach Khabib, but Coach Henry Cejudo is doing a pretty good job himself. Right. His Valiant Prep Wrestling guys, they coached out in Arizona, did well in Fargo. Gastelum's working out there with those guys. They're winning in that area, and it's continued to get better. And Gastelum feels as though his wrestling transitions failed him in the fight against Whitaker by being in an environment with wrestlers, with Christensen, and with these guys. He thinks that those transitions will be on point, which then will allow him to be more successful with his takedowns on Jared Cannonier.
And of course, Kelvin Gastelum's main fighting inspiration, his chief corner, Rafael Cordero, still alongside. So here he is, the number 3 ranked middleweight contender, the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier, making the walk for his second UFC main event. DC, this man looks as though he has been cut from a piece of granite, but that is really just hard work and dedication. Mentally as strong as he is physically and ready to put a statement win on the rest of this division tonight.
Yeah, it's all working for Cannonier. I mean, great walkout song. Manny Fresh and Lil Wayne, go DJ. Jared Cannonier is a guy that at 185 is just a wrecking ball, right? Nobody's really been able to figure him out outside of Robert Whitaker, and everybody knows how good Robert Whitaker is. But for Cannonier to make the sacrifices that he's made, moved his family out of Alaska, down to Australia, to get better and improve, has put him exactly where he thought he could go, in main events, on the cusp of title shots. But ultimately, being close enough is not going to be good enough for Jared Cannonier. You You have got to get it done in one of these situations. He was in a number one contenders fight before, and now he finds himself in a spot where he may be able to earn another championship fight with an impressive performance against Kelvin Gastelum. And I think they may have forgot his mouthpiece in the locker room. So somebody's running right now, and somebody's going to get a good talking to after the fight.
I think so. It's a pretty important piece. But anyway, we get more time to talk about Jared Cannonier in 7. I've gotten to witness this man firsthand in action, and he is just brutal. He's so calm, he's so composed, and like you said, John, he is cut just from granite. I mean, he looks like a statue of a warrior, this guy. And now that at 85, like you talked about, DC, the strength is there, the movement's there.
You know, this ain't good though, Paul. I mean, everything's trained, right? From the walk to climbing the stairs, and for you have to wait now for your mouth guard. It's not
Throws that
good.
rhythm off, man.
That's no good. Throws that rhythm off.
And I'm just looking around to see if somebody's going to actually run this man his mouthpiece. But Jared Cannonier, of course, an accomplished man across 3 divisions in the UFC. But his name has been called by Israel Adesanya. Like when he was going into that Robert Whittaker fight, had he emerged last October, Jared Cannonier likely would have fought for the middleweight title. So he's 3rd ranked. He had a very serious injury to his ulna. It required a 2nd surgery. He actually said when the first surgery didn't take, they called it an ununion. And he said in a perfect world he would have had maybe a couple more months, but the time is now for Jared Cannonier. And he believes tonight, with a win, he can secure a UFC championship opportunity.
Got the
All right, the
mouthpiece,
gum
John.
shield is in, and with that, we will get to the tail of the tape. It's brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Jared Cannonier is 37. Kelvin Gastelum will be 30 in 67 days. Cannonier taller by a couple of inches, much more pronounced in reach, where Cannonier will have a 6-inch advantage. All right, now for your main event introductions, Joe A. Martinez.
Well, fight fans, here we go live from the UFC Apex here in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the main event of the evening. 5 rounds of action is scheduled in the UFC middleweight division. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the executive director is Bob Bennett. The chairman, Stephen J. Klubeck. Your 3 judges scoring at Octagon side are Mike Bell, Sal D'Amato, and Junichiro Kamijo. And when the action begins inside the Octagon, your referee in charge, Herb Dane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready. The fighters are ready. Fight fans in attendance, make some noise if you Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background is in wrestling and boxing. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighed in 186 pounds. This veteran holds a record of 17 victories, 7 defeats, and 1 no contest, presenting the UFC's number 9 rated middleweight contender of the world, fighting out of Yuma, Arizona by way of Huntington Beach, California. Here is Kelvin Gastelum! And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's a striker, wrestler, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in 185 pounds in 18 professional fights. His record, 13 victories with 5 defeats, presenting the UFC's number 3 rated middleweight contender of the world from Glendale, Arizona, the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier!
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Gonna keep it clean, touch gloves, let's do it.
Lot of mutual respect between combatants, as you might expect, DC. Excited?
That's 2 bad boys in there, man. You can tell when they walk to the center, these dudes ain't afraid of nothing. It don't matter who's standing across from them. Gastelum is a fighter, and Cannonier's a bad boy, man. Can't wait.
I remember talking to Gastelum after he fought Tim Kennedy. He was like, man, looking across at that guy. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Kelvin Gastelum in the white trunks and southpaw stance. Jared Cannonier opens conventional. He's in black.
Gastelum thought that the footwork and the speed would be his advantage. Felt like the guys that Cannonier has knocked out at 85 stood in front of him. So he wants to give him looks and athleticism that he hasn't had to really deal with inside the octagon yet.
Lots of kicks early from Cannonier. Oh, nice combo there. Ooh.
See Kelvin throwing with all that power.
Gastelum talked a lot about his alignment in training with his good friend Henry Cejudo, adding sort of structure and more communication to his training camp. Looked like Cannonier partially caught Gastelum there on the way in.
I think as you age in fighting, that's where you gain, right? You start feeling comfortable having talks with your coaches and not just having to follow blindly. And that's where Kelvin is, but still only 29 years old.
Good countering so far from Cannonier.
You got to think that Cannonier is in such great shape, right? It's not just physical. It's not just visual when you come all the way down from heavyweight to make 185. It's a complete lifestyle change, and that takes a lot of hard work to peel off that much weight.
You're talking about a guy who said he used to ride his Aerodyne for an hour in the morning, go work a full shift, then go train after that. So
It's crazy.
hard work is not a problem for Jared Cannonier. Both guys landed some solid kicks here in the first round.
That was a good one to the leg, and then a follow-up shot to the body for Cannonier.
That is one of Cannonier's best things, greatest strengths at middleweight is those outside kicks. Every time he lands one, he almost knocks you off balance.
Gastelum has never been knocked out as a pro through 25, now 26 pro fights.
Both guys actually showing fantastic movement. Not sitting still, not being a stationary target, always shifting side to side. Gastelum in and out movement so far.
Rafael Cordero, the master, wants a takedown.
Yeah, we saw Gastelum wrestle effectively a couple fights ago against Ian Heinisch.
Yeah, and when Ian Heinisch had all the credentials, Kelvin went out there and put the cream on the wrestling aspect of the fight.
Cannonier switching up the footwork, but primarily fighting right-handed tonight.
Yeah, he switched southpaw a couple times to use that rear kick, more of a powerful kick. Especially when you're facing another southpaw, it's a good move, but he's got to hide it because if Gastelum gets into it, he'll either check it or start countering or get the takedown more importantly. Good movement from Cannonier.
And he never moves straight back.
It's always an
back
angle.
cuts
Yeah.
an angle. He never goes straight back towards the side of the octagon.
And against Gastelum, that's going to be key. Because the closer he gets to that fence, the longer he stays on the outside of this octagon, it's going to be easier for Kelvin to pin him there and start to look for takedowns. You can tell that's what he wants to do. He's trying to pressure him back, but Cannonier doing a really nice job. Moves out of the way, circles off. Even after he lands a good shot, tries to find a way, circle off.
You saw that at the end of the round. And it did not look like Jarrett was going to defend that takedown effectively.
Yeah, and he
So
did.
if I'm Gastelum, I'm going back to it right now.
Oh, beautiful work there. Right on cue, DC. Just as you were talking about it, he defends another one, circles off, and gets himself back to the center of the octagon.
Gastelum has to try to press, get back to his double leg if he wants to take Cannonier down, because Cannonier's immediate reaction wasn't ideal for trying to defend that takedown.
And one of the things I'm impressed with thus far from Cannonier is he knows when to stand his ground. When Kelvin comes in with a big combo, instead of backing up, maybe being caught on the end of those punches, he meets him in counters really well, and then he circles off. He's not shying away, skirting off and putting himself in more danger or more susceptible to the takedown.
I love the way Cannonier just understands, like right here. It's almost like there's like something on his back that shocks him every time he gets too close to the edge. He just circles.
Nice work there from Gastelum.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Got to stay on it though.
Gastelum, the man who has given Israel Adesanya his toughest fight, at least in this middleweight division. Shout out to Jan Blachowicz. Just over 3 minutes here to go in this second round. Let us check in with Master Rafael Cordero and those in the corner of KG.
Hey! 30 minutes, 3 minutes. Now relax down. Finish your combos with leg kicks. Nice one, nice one. And move back. Nothing. Drop your hand when you move back. Coach coming. Drop your hand when you move back. Hey, roll your shoulders, get that going.
For a guy that's
Roll
been in
your
the game
hands.
as long as Coach Cordero, man, dude seems to be so into it. Maybe even more today than he was when his coach had shoot the box and had so many champions, even in the UFC.
Terrell Hunziker Jr. also there in the corner of Kelvin Gastelum, a staple in his career.
Yeah, that always scared me. Against somebody else.
Why see Gastelum there had the takedown, he landed it.
That slap hook that Gastelum throws is nasty.
Seems a bit that the pace of Cannonier is slowed a bit here in the second.
Cannonier's footwork, not what it was in round one. Gastelum making him pay.
Yeah, he's much more of an available target.
And he's not as urgent in trying to back away from the side of the octagon. I think you'll start to see Gastelum mixing some takedowns now.
He doesn't do well when you're moving. He's trying to bite you in a firefight. You know what I mean? He's pretty stagnant.
We let him do too much. That round's super close because we let him kind of take over the middle. At the end, we start.
Right here you see Gastelum. Left hook through the inside kick. Gets his range, throws that lead left hand. Gets the back. Slap, jab, left down the middle. Slap hook, again lands. Great round there by Kelvin Gastelum.
That's definitely Kelvin's combo, that slap hook straight left down the pipe.
Nasty too.
Sorry, John.
No, that's quite all right. John Crouch, as you all heard, looking for more offense out of his guy, Jared Cannonier. We'll see if he can oblige.
We saw that dip off, right? I mean, he still had moments. He still landed some kicks, threw some combos, but the pace of Gastelum picked up and definitely slowed a bit. Not much, yeah, but going into the third round, I'd like to see Cannonier pick it up a little bit. There we go, just on cue. Good fight, though, so far. Very technical from both of these guys. You see the level of where both these middleweights are at.
We let him kind of take over the middle. At the end, we start.
Right here you see Gastelum. Left hook through the inside kick. Gets his range, throws that lead left hand. Gastelum gets the back. Slap, jab, left down the middle. Slap hook, again lands. Great round there by Kelvin Gastelum.
That's definitely Kelvin's combo, that left hook straight left down the pipe.
Nasty too.
Sorry, Don.
No, that's quite all right. John Crouch, as you all heard, looking for more offense out of his guy, Jared Cannonier. We'll see if he can oblige.
We saw that dip off, right? I mean, he still had moments. He still landed some kicks, threw some combos, but the pace of Gastelum picked up and definitely slowed a bit. Not much, yeah, but going to the third round, I'd like to see Cannonier pick it up a little bit. There we go, just on cue. Good fight though so far. Very technical from both these guys. You see the level of where both these middleweights are at.
Gastelum barely caught that one.
Right? That was close. Good kick. Showing patience, he's not rushing it. Man, Gastelum's got a chin. He popped right back up.
We've seen him hurt on so many occasions. Like, he was hurt by the champ, Adesanya, but he just kept on fighting. He's got that Mexican fighting spirit, and it's on full display right now.
We got a check right hook from Cannonier.
Yeah, right hook. Beautiful right hook, yep. But he stepped into it, actually. He actually stepped into the hook to drop Gastelum.
Recovery from Gastelum after the knockdown. We'll see if he can ground Cannonier.
Oh, good knee to the body from Cannonier. His corner like that.
And Cannonier, fast hands.
But Gastelum's still pressuring. Even being rocked, dropped like that, still moving forward.
That's all he knows, right? He's seen it work before when, and instead of taking his foot off the gas, he just presses it harder. Starts going forward even more.
You're training Kings long enough too. You know how to take a shot, keep on taking it.
You're getting hit in that gym.
No, for sure you're getting hit in that gym. He's been in these kind of fights in that gym.
Yes.
Gastelum moving well.
Yeah, I mean, incredible, right? You get dropped straight to the canvas like that, and you're back up, bouncing around, throwing combos.
Yeah, man. That right hand got Cannonier.
Yeah, he landed.
And that's frustrating. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. For Cannonier, that's frustrating. You sit your opponent down on his butt like that, and he's popping up and he's comboing back in your face, rocking you. You're thinking, well, okay, then you start questioning, what do I got to do to get this guy out of here? You know, you're facing Gastelum already. You should know that. You've seen him fight before. You saw that Adesanya fight.
Cannonier's seeing everything right now. You can hear him breathing, taking these deep breaths through the nose.
Nice job. Yeah, it looked like Gastelum was in position to maybe get a takedown. Cannonier not having it.
And I think this is one of the biggest benefits to Cannonier going to 85. He's so strong now that whereas the heavyweights might run him over, or the 205-pounders might run him over when they get to his hips, these guys can't finish their takedowns even if they beat him to his hips.
90 seconds to go before we hit the main event rounds.
I think both guys landed, but Cannonier came in with like an up elbow there.
Oh, man.
Just missed that right hook.
Yeah, he threw that nice left uppercut up the middle for that hook. Cannonier's seeing everything right now. You can hear him breathing, taking these deep breaths through the nose, kind of settling himself so he doesn't try to get too crazy and put himself in dangerous position.
Hard to see from our vantage point if that landed. Gastelum has gotten away from the leg kicks a little bit. Cut underneath the right eye of Cannonier. There's kick for Gastelum.
Yeah, that inside kick's been money for Gastelum throughout this fight. Nice pressure here from Gastelum at the end of this round. All right, let's take a look. I think this is that beautiful right hook. Oh, man, I mean, crushes his jaw. Look at this. Fakes like it's going to be a jab, comes around the guard of Gastelum, crushes him with that right hand, and then Gastelum's up, and seconds later is throwing combos, rocking him right back, and then potentially stealing towards the end of that round. It's incredible.
The thing is, you finish your second one, you relax. Don't relax after the second one. Do your thing and move away. You're gonna touch him, you're gonna move out. Let him expose. Don't expose yourself. He lost 2 rounds at least. He has to come against you. If you can cross the line, shoot him. Make him feel confused now. You're gonna shoot or gonna fight stand.
Good job. Hey, you're the better fighter. Keep ending with those leg kicks. Don't lose those kicks just because you got the mode of desperation.
Box one again.
And after the lateral, out to the high.
Please lift your hands after everything. That's just all I'm gonna ask.
All right, right after this main event, don't miss a recap of all the action on the UFC Fight Night post-show on ESPN+. Karen Bryan, Alan Jouban, Bilal Muhammad, all breaking it down. Also, Laura Sanko bringing you exclusive interviews with tonight's winners. Post-show is only on ESPN+. 4th round of a possible 5. Jared Cannonier is in black, Kelvin Gastelum in white. Good body kick.
Cannonier wants that right hook again, man. That's one that got to Gastelum. You saw him do it again, but Gastelum was hip to it this time.
Oh, a couple big right hits there.
Gastelum's ability to respond to adversity is very impressive.
Cannonier's doing a really good job of trying to break the face, just pushing up at the chin. I don't know why more fighters don't use that when they're in double unders. It's legal. Grab them in their face, push it away. Cannonier just did that, and that saved him from getting taken down. And I agree with Bronstetter, 29-28 Cannonier. Somebody in the corner, Gastelum said you won 2 rounds. Don't get crazy. I don't know what rounds they saw, but I thought 1 went to Cannonier, 2 to Gastelum, 3rd to Cannonier.
It's for sure a competitive main event here, no doubt about that.
It absolutely is.
That knockdown is pretty big.
Man, if it was boxing, I mean, you go 10-8 regardless.